Have you ever been driving on a highway, the low fuel light glowing like a warning siren, and you pull into a gas station only to realize you can't remember which side your fuel door is on? You slow down, you guess, you swing toward the pump, and you're wrong. Now you're doing that awkward crawl forward, praying nobody's watching. At first glance, that problem feels like pure forgetfulness, like you should just know your own car. Maybe it changes between vehicles, maybe it's different in rentals, maybe you're just distracted. But your dashboard has been trying to save you this embarrassment the whole time. That tiny arrow by the fuel icon isn't decoration. It's brilliant design that reduces traffic jams at pumps, prevents costly hose mistakes, and solves a problem engineers quietly hated for decades. Today, we're uncovering the surprising reason why cars have that little arrow on the fuel gauge right here, in the history in your hands. To understand the arrow, we first have to look at what happens at a gas station. A fuel pump is a bottleneck. Cars line up, drivers hesitate, and one wrong turn can block a lane, waste minutes, and trigger road rage over something as simple as, which side is the fuel door? In the early days of driving, this was worse. Fuel doors weren't standardized. Some were on the left, some on the right, some behind license plates, some hidden under tail lights. Rental cars made it chaos. And if you guessed wrong, some people tried stretching the hose across the car, pulling at the nozzle, bending the line, and sometimes ripping the pump's automatic shutoff mechanism. That's the moment the arrow becomes genius. The fuel gauge icon shows a little gas pump. Next to it is a small triangle arrow pointing left or right. That arrow points to the side of the vehicle where the fuel filler door is located. It's a zero-thinking solution. Your brain reads it in a fraction of a second, even under stress, even when you're half-panicked with 5 miles of range left. Here's why it matters more than people realize. When drivers pick the correct lane the first time, pump turnover speeds up. Stations run smoother. Lines shorten. And for a company selling millions of cars, even tiny reductions in pump confusion reduce complaints, reduce minor accidents, and reduce the number of customer service calls from people convinced their fuel door is missing. But why isn't this obvious to everyone? Because for years, car dashboards didn't agree on a standard. Some cars used arrows. Others relied on the fuel pump icon itself, where the hose is drawn on the left or right side of the symbol. That was a subtle clue, but it was too subtle. It failed the panic test. In a stressful moment, the brain wants a clear directional sign, not an art puzzle. So manufacturers began adopting the arrow more widely as dashboards became digital and user experience became a competitive battlefield. The arrow is a tiny piece of interface design that behaves like a road sign. Simple, universal, and hard to misread. It's the same principle used in airports and hospitals. When people are stressed, clarity beats cleverness. Now here's the twist. The arrow isn't really there for the drivers who own the same car for 10 years. It's for the moments when ownership breaks. Rentals, loaners, new cars, company fleets, shared family vehicles. It's for every time you sit in a different driver's seat and your muscle memory betrays you. That arrow is the dashboard admitting humans forget, and design should forgive. So the next time you're low on fuel and you feel that little spike of anxiety, glance down. That arrow is your quiet co-pilot. Not just a hint, an efficiency tool that keeps the gas station moving, keeps hoses safe, and keeps you from doing the wrong side shuffle in front of strangers. This is the history in your hands. If this dashboard secret surprised you, hit like and share it with the friend who always picks the wrong pump on rentals. Tell me in the comments, What's the most embarrassing car feature you didn't know for years? Subscribe for more everyday mysteries hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching.